Alright everybody, welcome back to another Xvault gaming video, and today, well, we still don't have any news, which is unfortunate. We usually have some sort of worthwhile news to give to you today that's breaking or of use or interesting or something like that. Well, this is day 2, so I figured, you know what, it's rainy, it's a little cold, I got a cup of joe here. And let's go over something that I really enjoy about gaming, and that is trophies. So what I want to do today is give a little special video in regards to me showing you my trophies via the PlayStation app. You're going to see the recording and me going down, and I'll go through this, my process in real time, my thoughts on every single one. Some of these might be a little embarrassing that I do have some of the trophies on, and some of them I'm very proud of course. So there's going to be some in between. But I have nothing to hide, and I just want to show my accolades throughout my years of PlayStation, ever since they were available since PlayStation 3. Obviously, there was no trophy system before that, or before the Xbox 360, but this is specifically PlayStation trophies, of course, as that's my main ecosystem. And it also shows a little bit of credibility there to my opinions on the matter, and how long I've been gaming, and so on and so forth. So I do put a lot of time and effort into my hobby. So I just wanted to share that with everybody today as well. And without further ado, let's go ahead and jump to it. Alright, so like I was saying, I wanted to go over this trophy level. Now, what I didn't mention before is the reason why I want to go over these trophy levels here for me, and just through my list in general, something I just want to share with everybody. Again, a 1-year anniversary for the channel. I know we have till the end of the month for 150 subs, so we'll see if we can still do that. If not, that is totally understandable. But this is just a little something more personable from me to you. If you're not on my friends list or something like that, or you're on another platform in general, by all means, you can see what's going on here and my thoughts and opinions. So here we go. So as you can see, I am a level 463 at 75% with a total of 10,400 trophies, 64 platinums, 487 golds, 1683 for silvers, and of course 8166 for bronzes, which is to be expected. Those are the more plentiful options for trophies. So with that being said, I do want to take a moment as well and let you know that they did change right before the release of the PS5. They did change the trophy level system just a tad bit, expanding the levels, making it higher. Now, I'm personally not a fan of that. I liked it lower, and then working your way up. And what I mean by that is we were in the double digits or even single digits, just depending who you were. Took a long time to gain that level, where here it's a little bit easier to gain a level until you start getting a little bit higher, of course, but they did change it to be higher, like in the triple digits. I'm not sure why and why that was kind of blown up like that. I think they thought it would make everybody feel better having a higher level. But you know, you still have your trophy counts and all that. Nothing else has changed, but I do miss the other version. Let me know if anybody does pay attention to the trophies, and if you paid attention to the previous standard at hand. Let me know what you preferred or liked, that version or this new version that's now a year old, right? So here we go. Let's go through. I'm just going to kind of go through so it doesn't take forever. So, you know, of course, comments everything you would like to in the comment section about what you think of the trophies, or if you have anything to say about it at all. And you may have to stop or rewind the video itself in order to see some of these trophies as I go through them. So I'll just kind of mention a few of them, but I mean, obviously the Overwatch one has eluded me here. So getting so close, but so hard. Kano was great, looking for the plat there, till they patched the hardest difficulty, so no exploit there. Ghost of Tsushima, I did get the plat there. That one does transfer over from the PS4 and PS5 if you do get the upgraded version, of course. Splitgate, wonderful game. Recently came around and got the Uncharted Drake's Fortune Remastered plat, because that was my first ever plat, was the PS3 version. So this is the remastered. I hadn't gotten it until pretty recently, but I was like, you know what? What is something to signify what's going on there, right? So with my first platinum ever, it was great to get that again. One of my favorites of all time is the Uncharted series, and I just have a special place in my heart for Uncharted Remastered. Very close for Marvel's Avengers plat. Still need to work on the Remastered for 2 and stuff. I did beat all of them. I just haven't gotten the platinum for them, even the remasters. But the original Uncharted trilogy, I did get all the plats. So, of course, I got the Ratchet & Clank plat. That game was a no-brainer to get. It was amazing. Loved Slay the Spire. Shout out to Knockout City. This is on PS Plus. This game is actually really, really fun. Despite the aesthetics of the avatars and such, kind of weird. But, check it out. It's pretty fun. Final Fantasy XIV. Good luck getting the plat there, right, folks? Wonderful game, though. Wonderful game, though. So close to the Minecraft plat as well. I have to do a couple of hard trophies there, but I might work on that for a stream or something too, possibly. We'll see what happens there. I know it doesn't show I'm close, but I am. That's all the DLC. That's for sure. Let's see. We did Borderlands 3 for the PS5 trophy. I have higher trophies than that, but Bug Snacks and obvious platinum. I did plat that on the stream, I believe, when I was streaming. Cuphead, one of my favorite platinums of all time, just because it was so hard and it was really reassuring to me that I can still play those games at my age and still get what I need out of them and just really push myself, right? So as we go through these trophies, the list and stuff like that, there's going to be ones that are harder and ones that are not. Before I circle back to that, I do want to let you know my data got corrupted and I lost all my data. So I did have to replay from scratch Marvel Spider-Man Remastered. I could not transfer over the trophies for the PS5. So I did get that, which was fine. I loved it. Marvel Spider-Man Miles Morales, wonderful to plat. Astro's Playroom, I still love that game to this day. Flippin' amazing. So Minecraft Dungeons, I did that because I got so close to the plat, but that game to me is absolutely dreadful. It is so boring. It's just something me and the family played, and by the end we were like, why are we doing this? And I'm like, because I need the plat, please. Anyway, so we're just going to go through. But anyways, I lost my data when my power outlet blew. Just a heads up here. Okay, Fall Guys. I just have to interrupt one more time here. Fall Guys got the plat. No shenanigans, got it straight up, platinum. That is not easy, as you guys are well aware of. So I do have that as well in the bank. So again, as we go through here, and you're going to see some maybe easier trophies and stuff like that, that is a testament that it's not always easy. I can do it all in between. And that's not for me bragging. I just want to set the record straight of, like, you know what, I like to have fun and play easy games or wonky games or games you probably shouldn't be platinuming to put it on your list. But like Jack and Dill DX, that's an easy plat, shouldn't be on there. But you know what? I don't mind doing those every once in a while, just to kind of fluff it up a little bit. But anyways, so I had the power outlet that I thought was pretty new. I didn't really think about it because it's in pristine condition, like I said. One day I was playing on my PS4 Pro, that is. Not that that probably matters, but while I was playing, all of a sudden, everything kind of shuts off, and I hear this pew, pew, and sparks everywhere. And I was like, what the heck? Well, that surge protector blew up. I mean, it did its job. It didn't fry anything else, right? Or catch anything on fire. So it did its job. But by doing so, it screwed up my hard drive in my PS4 Pro, where I had to reformat it. Days Gone, by the way. Amazing. I had to reformat it. So by doing that, I lost all my data. I know you're probably thinking, well, dude, didn't you upload that to the cloud? You have PS Plus. I didn't because at the time there wasn't that much room for save data on the cloud. So I just never really bothered with it and went ahead and didn't do that. So moral of the story is I lost everything. So games I was going to plat, like God of War, Horizon Zero Dawn, stuff like that. So I was going to get back to because there's just a lot to do in those, right? I didn't want to start from scratch again, so I still haven't. Maybe one day I will. But fantastic games, but because of that, hard lesson to learn. Now I have things backed up on the cloud just in case. As you can see here, God of War, only 30%. Beat the game, did a bunch of things in there, but again, I didn't plat it because of that. You'll see as I go through here, most of the Far Cry 5s are platinum, or not Far Cry 5s, but Far Cry series are platinum. Not Primal. Primal was awful. Hated it. Sorry, folks. But back one more time to that surge protector. I didn't realize, because it was in such good condition, I did not realize that it was like 18 years old. So at that point in time, I really should have, I think don't take this for 100% fact, but my rule of thumb would be like, yeah, maybe in like 10 years, you should probably replace it, even if it is in pristine condition, because, eventually everything wears out, right? So that being that old, that was an eye-opener. So everything else, I'm going to be like, okay, if it's 10 years old, I'm going to replace it. Whether it looks amazing, it's still performing well, there's no issues. Just keep that in mind. So little PSA from me to you, as I wanted to put out there, is a little bit of a story time as we're going through this trophy list. So going through, but a lot of great games on here. What I love, a lot of folks don't, as you can see, Primal, I didn't even beat. I was like, this is just not for me. This is not for me. Was not a fan. The thing is about trophies, folks, is what I want to say as we're going through here. And actually, before we circle around that, I do want to point out the Lego games. Doesn't matter what series it is. They're not hard to get necessarily, but you want to talk about a grind fest to get the platinum in those games. It takes a lot of time. So I will give props to anybody that has a platinum for those Lego games, because I do have a few of them and they take a crap ton of time. So hats off to you. If anybody thinks those are easy, they're not. Just because you can die over and over again doesn't mean it's not a grind fest, and it takes effort for sure. So anyways, what I want to say is I love trophies for the fact that, like I said, it tells a story. It tells, as you can go through here, and it goes from most recent to the oldest game you've played or got a trophy from, right? It tells a story. And I love seeing that. You can go through right now on mine, yours, whoever's, and this goes for, achievements as well. For those of you out there, or Steam's achievements process and stuff like that. I think Epic Store, and Epic is going to be doing something soon on their store and application as well. But correct me if I'm wrong there, folks. But anyways, I that's what I like. It holds validity, I guess I'd say validity. What is that? Validity towards your opinion on the matter. Now, I'm not saying, and it should not be taken this way at all, that you are not a gamer or a true gamer if you don't have a ton of trophies or this and that. However, what I do want to say is if you're on social media and you're talking a bunch of crap like I see on the daily, whether it be mainly on Twitter, but some on Facebook and a few other places, if you're talking a bunch of crap and you're putting your opinion out there that you think is fact or this and that, if you're only gaming once a week for an hour or two and you don't have too many, let's say, trophies or achievements or any way to validate your opinion, then it's not going to hold much weight. You're making yourself look like basically a jester out there, a fool, is ultimately what you're doing. So those, I've been gaming, and this doesn't show anything before PS3, right? Or even if you're on the Xbox, anything previous to the 360. So we've gamed, a lot of folks out there have as well. And that's great. A lot of retro stuff. I gamed since I was age 3, from Atari to Nintendo to Sega to everything. And, it just goes to show. But let's say you stopped gaming since the 16-bit era or even the 32-bit era. There's a lot that is being done and changed. And so again, that opinion, depending on what you're trying to convey with your opinion, let's put it that way, it doesn't hold the weight, right? If you're trying to say one platform's better than the other, or one game's better than the other, or whatever the case is, and you're giving your reasons, again, what do you have to back that up? And number two, what weight do you think that's going to hold? I mean, if anybody's following these folks or trying to take their opinions to heart, you might want to think again, because they may not be on that same level to where their opinion truly matters. So maybe your opinion is better than theirs because you have more experience. I mean, folks, this is my main hobby. And if this isn't your main hobby, that's fine. It doesn't need to be. But again, if you're claiming it to be your main hobby and you don't have criteria to back that up, then I'm sorry. I mean, you're a joke in my book. So just keep that in mind for anybody out there that may be like, oh, I know, just a bit of a side rant as we're going through here. But I just kind of want to mention stuff like that because it just kills me. And I'm just like, excuse me, like, I know you. Some of these folks I know personally, and I'm like, or even throughout their credentials, they happen to share online. I did get the platinum for PS3 for Skyrim, just an FYI. Love that. We'll work on that for the PS4/5, whatever. And it's just the fact that I know they don't game that much. So it's like, what opinion do you have? You play 1 to 2 hours a week. If you're lucky, I'm sorry, your opinion, you can have an opinion, but its weight is not there. I'm sorry to keep repeating myself there, but I just need to get that point across. Like, it doesn't matter. Like, it really doesn't. I'm sorry. It's just all for clout that people are going for. And it's like, I myself, it's just like a car mechanic, right? Am I going to go to Davy Jones, who just graduated high school, that's worked on some cars here and there? Or am I going to go to a veteran mechanic, if I have my choice? Or am I going to go to a veteran mechanic that's had 25 years of real world experience out there with customers and, their teens and getting all sorts of degrees or certifications? I'm going to trust the veteran over somebody that has maybe 100 hours in the subject matter, or much less than that veteran, let's say even 5 years, you know what I mean? So that's the equivalent I'm trying to make here. And that goes for any subject matter. It doesn't matter if it's gaming, car mechanics, cooking, fishing, hunting, crafts, drawing, arts and crafts, stuff like that. It's just one of those things. So either you have the knowledge and it's your main hobby, but you got to understand, it just doesn't hold the weight. It doesn't. So sorry, just throwing that out there. Have to get that off my chest while we're going, because I just seen so much of it lately, and I'm like, wait a minute, I'm supposed to believe you or believe your opinion? I'm not going to, and others should not either. So I know we do have some folks that are prevalent about not taking facts, but that's another subject for another time. But yeah, no, this is so great. I know. I'm not even going to call it out. You probably see what that plat is, but that's a story. If you want to hear that story, let me know. I'll dive down and delve down into why I got that. It's kind of funny, but yeah, pretty funny. But horrible game, pretty funny. One of my favorite plats of all time, by the way, Little Big Planet. An amazing platinum trophy for that, and good luck trying to get it. I believe they were shutting down some sort of servers for that, but I think they opened them back up for Little Big Planet 3, but again, I don't know if it works for Little Big Planet 1, so I'm not sure if you can go back and get those, but what an experience. I had to really, really try for that one. One of my favorites, one of my most memorable of all time, so so close to Battlefield Bad Company plat. Ridiculous. I know I got it a couple times. I think it was like kill 5 folks or 5 enemies with 1 grenade on multiplayer, obviously. So enemy team. And I know I got it multiple times and it just bugged out. And I'm like, you got to be kidding me. I think it was something like that or something similar. But yeah, so here we are at the end of it. As you can see, my very first trophies were actually Super Stardust HD. And then, I believe anyways, and then Uncharted Drake's Fortune, I had the plat. I was more than happy to go back and get the plat, and tried to do that for Warhawk. Warhawk was a fantastic game as well, real quick, but it really was really cool. Met some cool people online, and we even were like, hey, let's try to help each other get trophies. And one of them was like, you had to snipe a dude from like 3,000 meters away or something like that, something crazy. Hopefully I got my meters right, but I remember he had to be on this one mountaintop way far away, and I had to be on one, and then I took him out, and then he would take me out, and, just doing silly stuff like that. But really pretty cool. So folks, I just wanted to share that with you just as a quick 1-year anniversary. One other thing I want to put in here that I'm not putting in the outro is that I want to do a giveaway. It is going to be a chibi Overwatch from, which is the character of Farah. I do want to give this away, so if you do want to be eligible, if you're listening to this all the way through and you do want to be eligible, please join the Discord. I do have that in the description below in most of my commentaries and videos like this. And you do need to like this video, you do need to comment, and I do need you to be a subscriber. So thank you for everybody. Again, I'm going to say this in the outro as well, but thank you everybody for being part of this channel. Just a special shout out for an entire year of support from everybody. I know it takes multiple years. Right now, this is a side thing. I want to do as much as I possibly can. Thank you for your support. It means a lot to me. It means I keep going. I have the motivation. And I love sharing this content as my main hobby, and I want to continue to do so as long as possible. And if anything, I will be gaming until my little hands cannot game anymore. So, and as long as my brain can kind of function too, right, to it. So, love this hobby. I'll love it as long as I can. I'll be a sad day the day I cannot do anything with gaming. But, you know, that's why we have content creators out there as well. Maybe I'll be watching someone else at that point in time. So, awesome stuff there. Thank you, folks. And that is it for the trophy list. I hope you enjoyed. Definitely, as I'll say in the outro as well, be sure to comment your thoughts and opinions on this as well. And if you want to share some of your screenshots and all that, feel free to do so in the comments as well. Would love to see that, or, you know, at least your comments of what your trophy level or achievement level or whatever it is you have. I'm more than happy to hear from you. Would love to hear from you as well. So thank you again so much, and we'll see you in the outro in just a moment. All right, so that was a brief look, or kind of an extended look, at my personal trophy list that I wanted to share with everybody in real time and kind of show you how that all looks and works and my thoughts and opinions on it and just why I like trophies altogether, like I was just explaining. So let me know, again, I hate to echo this over and over, but let me know your thoughts and opinions on my list below. Do you love trophies? Do you love achievements? Do you wish Nintendo would implement some sort of system like this? I think that would be super cool. I don't know why they haven't. I feel like they're a little behind on the times when it comes to that stuff. Again, you don't have to care about trophies. It doesn't make you more or less of a gamer per se at all. So I don't want to put that message out there. But I do think they add a unique value to gaming and particular games in general. And I think it's a lot of fun. And like I said, a lot of the times it gets me to dig into that game a lot more. I will tell you 1,000,000%, I would not play Cuphead on the hardest difficulty if it wasn't for a trophy or achievement system to show kind of, in a way, bragging rights, or just look at the achievement that I did by beating this game on the hardest difficulty and doing the side trophy stuff that was also difficult. I would not do that. I beat it on normal. I don't care. It's somebody down the street, if there was no trophies or achievements or whatever, they go down the street and, you're talking like, yeah, I beat on the hardest difficulty. If this wasn't a system, I'd probably be like, dude, that's pretty cool. But again, unless I'm seeing your game file saying 100% complete with A++ or whatever, S+ or whatever it is now, it's been so long, I may not even believe you. So this is just a way to kind of show that credibility, to keep people more honest about their gameplay, right? So you don't have to 100% stuff to be considered a true gamer or this and that, but it is, for those of you, it catches those that want to talk big as well and don't have anything to back up for it. That's all I'm saying there too. But I do enjoy sharing that. I love trophies. I love achievements, you name it. Just adds so much value to a game in general. So without further ado, I'm going to wrap it up here finally, but hopefully you all enjoy this video. Hopefully we have some news at some point this week that's worth sharing, in my opinion, and we'll go from there, and we'll continue streaming towards the end of the week as well. But thank you for hanging out. We are at 139 subs, so hopefully we can get to 150. Running short on time. If we don't make it, I understand, but I do think we can. Hopefully we can get this pushed around. I enjoy this content and making the content for you folks. So thank you so much. And everybody, enjoy the rest of your Tuesday. We'll see you next time on the next Xvault Gaming video. And until then, take care.